Hey, boys and girls, what's going on? My name is Frank DiFiore, and I am a speech language pathologist. A lot of you guys are probably thinking, what in the world did he just say? And basically, if I'm putting it in very, very simple terms, I help people speak and I help people swallow. So what I want to do right now is I want everyone to close their eyes, okay? So I want you guys to close your eyes. I'm going to wait a little bit. Wait like 10 seconds. All right? Come on. All of you close your eyes. I know you're probably laughing. Ha, ha, ha. Come on. Close them. Okay, you guys ready? All right. So imagine you go about your life. You go to middle school. You go to high school. Some of you might go to a trade school after that. Some of you might start to work. Some of you might go to college. Some of you might then go to graduate school. Some of you then might go get your doctorate. And then you start your life and you have a great house or apartment with a family, and you get older and older. And one day, something very traumatic and serious happens in your life. God forbid. But someone you know has a stroke, and it affects one side of their body and their speech and the way they eat. And during this time, it's really sad for the family and very heartbreaking. And here I come in to help you regain everything that you may have just lost. Guys, I'm Frank DiFiore, and I work with adults, usually 55 and older, who have had something like this happen to them in their lives. But through my day, I do many different things. All right, open your eyes. So the reason I had you do that is I wanted to put you in those shoes to see what I do and what I see, and that I see all of you in the classroom right now or on your phones or whatever you guys are as people. Doesn't matter your age. Doesn't matter your race, your ethnicity. Doesn't matter to me. All I see is someone that needs my help to speak again, to maybe remember again, and to eat and drink again. So, what I do at my job every day is I help people, as you know, as a speech language pathologist, and I'm also the director of rehab. So I work with physical therapists and occupational therapists, helping these people get stronger. Let me see your strength, everybody. Come on. Yeah. Come on, let me see the guns. Yeah. There we go. Nice and strong. And our goal, when they come to us, is get them back home. Get their body and their mind right. And what I do is help guide those therapists with the discharge plan for these people to go back home to where they were. And, you know, anytime it could happen to someone, but we're there to help you. Other things I do at my job is I talk to family members, set up transportation for them, order their equipment. Maybe they need a walker. Maybe they need a wheelchair. Maybe they need a special kind of cup to drink from. Maybe they need a communication board to help them communicate to somebody. I do all that stuff. Now you're probably all thinking, man, that's a lot of things. It sure is. And that's why throughout my day, I try to think about what I'm doing. And I say to myself, man, I love this job. I love everything I do. Is it stressful at times? Absolutely. But all of you in the audience right now looking at me, I want you to think about this. No matter what you do, whether it is a doctor, a garbage man, an artist, someone that designs tables, an actress, a singer, a speech pathologist, a teacher, whatever it is, you have got to go into work almost every day and love what you do. Because if you don't have passion for what you do and love for what you do, then every day, I promise you, at work is not going to feel like it's meaningful. You want to be there with meaning, and I'm there for my patients. We're there to help them. And one day, someone might be in that same position. I might be in that position as the patient. And I'm hoping that another one of me comes in the room and helps them. That's all we want. We don't want to be lonely, right? We want to be helped. And so what got me on this journey is I went to a Christian Brothers Academy in Lincroft. Love that school. And I started a couple years at King University in Union. I decided at that point that I want to be a physical therapist, helping people with their body and especially their legs. And then it dawned on me, I love this field, but I don't know if this particular thing is for me. Then I started to learn about speech. And I remember when I was in second grade, I came from New York. And I had speech therapy because a lot of the words I would do, I would kind of just say them over each other and not completely utilize and articulate the words. And that image stayed in my mind because I don't think my speech therapist really liked me. I don't know. I don't think she liked me, though. She was just really hard on me and didn't make it fun. And I thought back saying, man, I want to be fun. I want to help people. And so I started to go down the speech track when I transferred to Stockton. And that's where I finished getting my bachelor's degree in 4 years. And I transitioned to Monmouth University for my graduate school. Very, very cool. So that's kind of a little bit about my academic career. I know, boring. But I got to tell you a little bit about me, right? Okay, so next thing I want to go about with you guys is what is the most favorite thing I like and my least favorite thing I like at my job. I think my most favorite thing I like in my job is I learn something new about a patient every single day. Whether it's a voice patient, la 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 la, or it's a swallowing patient. Okay, we're gonna swallow. And they maybe tell me, Frank, I felt a little something different that time. Let's check it out. What do we got? Or I learned something about someone's mind and they tell me, Frank, I'm having a hard time remembering this, but I remember when I was in school, I used this to help me. Oh, well, let's do that. So always finding different ways to help people is my most favorite thing about my job. My least favorite thing is sometimes seeing situations that, are a little disheartening and sad. And I don't want to see those situations with people. I want to see people thrive. And so it can be a sad environment, healthcare. I work at Coral Harbor Rehab in Neptune, New Jersey, and I love it there. I work across the street from Jersey Shore Hospital. So part of what I do is helping residents that live there and helping other people that are there for a short time to get back home. So that's a little bit about kind of what I do. I'm kind of going backtracked a little bit, but I just wanted to kind of explain that. A typical workday for me, kind of just starts out with seeing people, in their rooms or bringing them down to the gym when our gym is open. And after that, I have my meetings with my administrator and all the department heads of each place. So there's maintenance, housekeeping, social services, nursing. There's so many different departments that meet up. And because I'm the director of rehab, I have to meet them about an hour and a half to 2 hours during that time. And then I can go back about my day, treating patients, talking to my team about what's going on. And we kind of learn a lot from each other. Now, I will say, my peeps, that a work environment is so important to be healthy and positive. You don't want to be in a bad work environment. No good, not good for your mental health. No. You need it to be positive. And that's what I try to do for my workers there. I try to always make things fun. There are times that we have to get down to business and help people, but we got to make it fun and have people want to come to work. And that's what I try to do every day. So I just want to ask you guys all a question, and I know I can't hear you, but I want you to ask this question and to think about it. What do you love to do? What's something you can see yourself doing years down the road? What's something that you will never get bored with, no matter how many times you switch? Think about it. And the reason I changed my hat so many times, you guys are probably like, what is this guy doing? He's nuts. He just keeps changing his hats. It's because at my job, I have so many different hats I wear every single day. And you know what? That's what having a job is. That you have an area of expertise, but sometimes you're called upon to do different things, especially when you work in healthcare. I may be feeding a resident who needs help, but I don't have them on swallowing services right now. I may have to help a resident go to the bathroom. I may have to help somebody get changed. I may have to help somebody see their loved one by driving them when they're out of our facility to their house, if the proper ambulance can't get to them and they're discharged. So there's just so many different hats I wear. And I'm so happy to have picked this field because I love it. This is the company I work for, Reliant Rehab. And during this pandemic time of COVID-19, things are very different. And we have to wear a mask all day, every day. But I know there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And as long as you love what you do, no matter how stressful a situation could be, no matter how much anxiety we may get, if you love what you do, it takes the edge off just a little bit. And that little bit is what makes all of you who you are. We can't do what we do without the teacher, the garbage man, the plumber, the doctor, the nurse. We can't do any of those jobs if we don't work together. And I love being a speech language pathologist, and I would have never picked a different job for me at this point. The only other job I could have ever thought that maybe I would have done at one point in my life was being a sports statistician, learning about sports and stats, because as you guys see, with all my baseball and football hats, I'm a little bit of a sports freak. So that's the only other job I might have loved. But knowing what I know now, I've been in the field for about 5 years, I couldn't have picked anything else. The gratitude and the things I love that I get from everything is more than I could imagine. So think, my friends, think. How can I make a difference in the world? How can I help my grandparents? How can I help these children? Think about it. This is Frank DeFiore signing off, speech language pathologist. And if you have any other questions and you want to chat about hats, you can talk to me about that too. Thank you so much for your time. I want to thank Liana for asking me to be a part of Career Day. It's just been an incredible experience. I would have loved to come in and actually meet you guys, but with everything going on right now, we've got to be safe. So make sure you wear a mask when you're leaving your house, and when you come back, you always wash your hands, okay? Make sure you wash your hands really thoroughly. We don't want to get you sick, and we don't want to get anybody else sick. The best thing you can do right now is to stay home as much as you can. Thanks for your time, and I will see you hopefully another time soon.